The story of the REDENTEX is a long one, a unique story that deserves to be explained, because here we are at the end of a production process, at the end of a product's transformation from scratch.
The REDENTEX is a VMC hook. It's the only hook in the world that was designed and conceived for Mediterranean live bait trolling. This technique's very sophisticated and requires a lot of knowledge, but above all, a very sharp and penetrating hook because the trolling's slow. So we set out immediately to seek perfection. We made a straight hook and a bent hook. So the part that distinguished this hook was the epoxy resin bead, because it was designed specifically to cover a part of the hook that could damage the line, namely the bent eye that was put on this hook. This component here was a fundamental part of this hook, because thanks to the bead, we can build a very minimal leader without using any other type of accessory. It was a great success. Everyone bought this hook. I literally fell in love with the REDENTEX because I started catching fish I didn't even know were there before, like black bream, coucher sea bream and common Pandora. And so, besides the big predators, I started catching these small fish. For me, it was a great victory because I didn't even think these fish existed where I was fishing. We always used to buy them the black bream. And then one thing must be said, that as sharp as the hook was, it would happen that if the whole part of the hook didn't enter the fish's flesh and instead hit a bone, the leverage it created due to the wire being too thin caused it to open up. This is where the magic happened, because the hook was an immediate bestseller. It sold incredibly well all over Europe. And thanks to today's great communication, we started getting some great feedback for this hook, so everyone wrote their positive and negative opinions. The company decided to focus on the negative ones, so we made a bigger hook with a thicker wire, keeping the same material, which is German vanadium, and the same Teflon finish. I've caught everything with this hook. I've taken big predators, big tuna, without the hook ever opening. So I was super satisfied, even though the point could have been improved a bit. From the start, the company spoke of the hook as a tournament hook, a single-use hook. And I'm one of those fishermen who embraces this philosophy. Some fishermen don't quite agree, so by sending in their feedback, the main element that people didn't like about this hook was the corrosion. The company once again decided to follow your feedback. And that's how the REDENTEX Evo was born. Stainless steel, total resistance to corrosion, an even sharper point, more durable, without changing anything else, because the rest was already perfect. This journey was guided by your experience as well, so the company decided to follow your feedback too. And I'm certain of one thing, when you give it a go, you'll be stoked with it too.